whole life, you have been working towards expanding your wealth. You've used illegal tactics, immoral shortcuts, and you've exploited many people's hopes and dreams in doing so, taking away the livelihood of the very employees who made your business successful in the first place. Today, you'll get to put your abilities to the test in a game of Monopoly. A popular board game that you should be familiar with the addition of some added thrill. All four of you in the past have conspired to take unfair advantage of those less fortunate than you. Now you will be forced to fend for yourself. To take away your communication, I've separated all players into different rooms of the facility. You'll have access to the board over this screen. Roll the dice, and your token will be moved the appropriate amount of spaces. Voice your decisions on buying properties and houses, and they will be executed for you. To make this more fun, I have based your initial funds on the wealth that you possess in real life. Except I have distributed it in reverse order, meaning the richest person between you is now the poorest, and vice versa. Your starting position on the board is determined by the average yearly pay of those working among the lowest ranks of your company. The less you pay them, the further you are set back on the board. I have distributed some title deed cards to you based on your property value in a similar way to the money. However, I have taken into consideration which one of you have caused the most homelessness by needlessly driving up the rent and property value until they became too expensive for the less fortunate families to afford. Those of you who have done the least amount of damage now possess the most title deeds. Some of you have even caused those entrusted to you to die. Death by exhaustion, starvation, mental distress caused by excessive stress. As an additional challenge, I have removed 1 dot on the dice for every untimely demise I deem you responsible for. If you roll a blank face, you will skip that turn. I have already chosen a token for you. Consider these the circumstances that you have been born with. Some of you will have a quicker death than others should you lose the game. The device you are trapped in should give you a hint as to which token is yours. Top hat. I have placed an iron hat on your head. Do not try to take it off, as it is screwed into your skull. Should you go bankrupt, it will tighten around your cranium until it shatters and reaches your brain. Your death will cause you the least suffering when compared to that of your opponents. Rubber ducky. I have placed you inside a bathtub with a harness around your chest. If your funds reach 0, a coil will wind up the cable attached to your back, pulling your head underwater. Do not try to empty the water from the tub. The hose towards your feet will refill it instantly. Thimble. A bed of needles has been placed underneath the trapdoor you are sitting on. By losing the game, the doors will open, letting you fall into them. Do not worry, there is no way out of the pit. Once you're down there, start considering which part of your body you will attempt to fall upon. Iron. You are standing on a metal sheet placed over a grate. If your opponents are successful, a fire will light underneath you, causing your exposed feet to get burned. Like a dancing bear at a circus, you will hop and skip to your death. During the game, you will have the ability to collect rent from those who land on a space which belongs to you. You may choose not to collect the rent and grant your opponent the advantage, but remember, you are all here for your selfish behavior. There is no guarantee for a favor to be returned. Deals for loans or mortgages can only be made with the bank. This position will be filled by one of my assistants. However, just like those of you who own banks, he won't always play fair. Your credit score does not apply in this game. Look forward to meeting the interest rates of your own businesses again. The same ones that you burden college students, homeowners, and startup companies with. Should you land on the go to jail space, or pull the go to jail card, or roll doubles 3 times in a row, you won't get off the hook as easily as paying $50 or waiting 3 turns. You're given a choice. I have acquired access to your personal bank accounts. You'll have to either pay 90% of whatever money is in your possession, whether it's millions or billions, or you'll get to leave it to your family and choose to activate the trap immediately. If you feel like this is an unfair price to pay, remember all those small family businesses you sued over minor inconveniences like a similar company name or product title? Remember all those livelihoods you ruined when the judge ruled them to either pay horrendous sums or sentence them to more years in jail than they could bear. If I were to make this a truly fair game, I'd let you choose between death or 100% of your wealth and property. Consider what is left of your funds your starting capital for a better life. That is, should you succeed. Only one of you will leave this place today. Only one of you may live. Just like only one of 4 of your employees makes a living wage without having to work multiple jobs. Only 1 out of 4 of the players here will have a chance to live another day. Remember, your aim is not just to get rich, but to win. You must make every other player